Are you looking for 8 best things to do in Sacramento? Sacramento can be an unusual vacation or destination. However, the metropolis has points of interest appropriate for all ages. The epicenter of traveler pastime, Old Sacramento hosts river views, eateries, and museums, which includes the traveler-praised California State Railroad Museum. History buffs must keep on with the downtown place to go to Capitol Park and Sutter's Fort, whilst younger households must head south for the age-suitable Sacramento Zoo and Fairytale Town. Here is the list of 8 best things to do in Sacramento. 1. Capitol Park. Capitol Park has been domestic to the California Nation authorities seeing that 1869. In addition to being the nation's seat of authorities, the neoclassical Capitol constructing additionally homes a museum with nation artifacts, and the Capitol Art program that holds a group of inventive depictions of California, plus antiques, work of art, and governor's portraits. After you've got explored the Capitol constructing and museum, take a walk via the relaxation of the park that is domestic to memorials marking giant activities and nation records, which includes the Civil War Memorial Grove, the California Vietnam Veterans Memorial, the California Veterans Memorial, and the Lifestyles length statue of Junipero Serra, who colonized the nation. 2. Crocker Art Museum. Boasting greater than 15,000 portions of artwork, the Crocker Art Museum is Sacramento's dose of excessive culture. The facility homes everlasting collections of artwork from around the sector, which includes Californian portions that date lower back to the museum's founders, the Crocker family. Other considerable collections encompass ceramics from throughout the globe in addition to collections of African, Oceanic, and Asian artwork. The museum became at the start mounted in 1885 as a domestic and artwork gallery for the Crocker family, and the website Online Maximum these days introduced the 125,000 rectangular foot Teal family pavilion to make bigger the exhibition and gallery space. Recent artwork fans who visited the museum stated the form of artwork from round the sector, and the usually converting reveals make it the quality with inside the Central Valley. 3. Old Sacramento Waterfront, a subsection of the metropolis alongside the Sacramento River. Old Sacramento Waterfront is one of these national historic landmark districts that can pay tribute to the times of yesteryear. It may be cheesy, it may be fun, but both manner, you are sure to go to due to the density of points of interest. Avid historians head to any of the 5 museums, which includes the California State Railroad Museum, whilst the hungry people sprint to one of the several eateries. And do not omit the candy confections to be had at 9 unique places. Enjoy your deal with whilst on foot alongside the river, a favorite pastime of new site visitors. One TripAdvisor consumer says, "There is a lot to do here. The vintage time boardwalks had been fun. Also there are museums, underground excursion, and a ship journey at the Sacramento River. Great manner to spend a few time." 4. Midtown. The Midtown place of Sacramento is understood for being the hippest and fastest developing district with inside the California capital. The community is positioned more or less from East Street to R Street and 16th Street to 29th Street. Originally a massive residential community, it is domestic to greater than 600 agencies starting from cutting-edge bars to boutique retail shops. Residents and site visitors alike additionally revel in the burgeoning nightlife scene. Midtown is likewise the epicenter of Sacramento's art scene and is domestic to many eclectic galleries and possibilities to look nearby stay music. The community hosts second Saturdays, whilst agencies and galleries open their doorways free of charge from 6 to 9 p.m. for an artwork stroll that is precise to Sacramento. Summer brings in live performance collection and road carriers for the event. 5. California State Railroad Museum. Situated on the northern fringe of Old Sacramento, the California State Railroad Museum excites youngsters and records buffs alike. With greater than 225,000 rectangular toes of exhibition space, this museum hosts several restored trains, all with precise histories and interiors, but there may be greater to take a look at than locomotives. Educational reveals display how railways extended the West and chronicle their effect on trade and traveling. Those craving to revisit the vintage days can hop at the museum-operated Sacramento Southern Railroad train, which departs from the Central Pacific Railroad Freight Depot in Old Sacramento for a scenic excursion. The trains and presentations had been very impressive. Excursion publications have been extraordinarily enthusiastic about California's records and informed of rail transportation. It became an exciting afternoon for all, stated one TripAdvisor consumer. 6. Sutter's Fort. In the mid-1840, Swiss immigrant John Sutter constructed his citadel to defend himself and his harvested vegetation on 150,000 acres of his very own land, positioned a mile far from what's now Capitol Park. The citadel became a famous domestic for immigrants who got here to the west and helped harvest the wheat, cotton, and bean vegetation with inside the citadel. Sutter's empire prolonged into the fur change and ranching business. Less than a decade later, Sutter commissioned James Marshall to construct a sawmill 50 miles east of the citadel alongside the American River. Shortly after, Marshall discovered the primary recorded golden nugget, beginning the California Gold Rush. By 1850, maximum of Sutter's personnel dropped the whole lot looking for their very own fortunes, and left the citadel and its farms devastated, now restored to resemble its 1846 heyday. The citadel is operated with the aid of using the California State Park Service. 7. Fairytale Town. Visitors with small youngsters will need to place Fairytale Town on their to-do list. At this entertainment park, youngsters can act out their favorite fairy tales on greater than 25 fantastical outsized playsets. Visitors also can say what's up to 3 real-life styles animal friends like Peter Rabbit, Eeyore the Donkey, and Mary's Little Lamps. Adults can also additionally discover the Pudding a Chunk Cheesy. However, kids suppose they have entered Fun Stuff Neverland. The park additionally capabilities the Children's Theater, an outside Mother Goose stage that provide kid pleasant stay theater, and musical performances. While a handful of new site visitors say a number of the systems are a chunk previous as compared to trendy entertainment parks, it is an awesome location to deliver youngsters and grandchildren whilst they nevertheless accept as true within magic. Most of the points of interest are quality appropriate for youngsters more youthful than. 8. Sacramento Zoo. South of downtown, the Sacramento Zoo is an extraordinarily small facility and is domestic to 140 unique species of animals, a lot of that are endangered. It gives the zoo basics: lions, tigers, zebras, and giraffes, in addition to a choice of birds, reptiles, and amphibians, however not anything to differentiate itself from some other municipal zoo. Still, maximum site visitors discover the zoo charming. It's sincerely the smallest zoo I've been to, but it is nicely kept, and certainly clean.